Like, think about how you, a Celtics fan, remember Kyrie Irving, think of that experience, think of those years, and then just listen to the tone, never mind the words, but just the tone of Jason Tatum, your best player. He liked it. Likes him. Uses the nickname. A lot of fun memories for our time with Kai. And I think he's totally genuine.
Oh, yeah. No, just like hanging with him.
It's like, I told you this was coming, by the way.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the least bit surprised. Again, because it's in his mind, it's not about the basketball, which, again, there's so much in that comment. There's so much to sort of pick at and unwrap that the idea that, what about the basketball? How about the basketball?
Right.
You guys were together to win a championship. That was the idea. That they were going to win them with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward and Horford, and then pass it on to you guys, meaning Tatum and Brown. It was supposed to be the start of some sort of dynasty. How about the basketball? Did you win anything?
Instead, Kyrie blew the whole thing up. And, so Tatum was asked about this, well, I guess in real time at some point, Tatum called the last Kyrie Irving season a bleep show. And so I guess Tatum was asked about that over the weekend. It's number 3, Jimmy, on that 18-19 season. Go ahead.
You were asked about the 2018-19 season earlier this year and said that was terrible. That was Kyrie's last season here. Was there anything from that journey and how poorly things went that kind of changed you? And what did you take from that about kind of approaching things differently with later teams?
I think, just learning that being on such a talented team that it's not just talent that's going to take you over the top, right? You have to have guys that are willing to sacrifice, guys that are willing to do the other things in order for the team to have a chance. And it wasn't it wasn't a Kyrie thing. It was all of us. Like, we all took part in why that season wasn't a success. And we all learned from it. We all moved on. Some of us stayed here, other guys left, and have done great things, since that season. So I just look at that as a learning experience, for my second year.
Okay, completely soft, forgiving of Kyrie.
Yeah,
it's a lot of our faults.
Water under the bridge.
A lot of us did the wrong thing. Like, this is what's coming. They like the guy. They don't resent the guy. They're friends with the guy. He's not Kyrie to them. He's Kai. And they look back fondly at those times. And just
one big learning experience is all. That's all it was.
See, this is part of what worries me about them. Like this whole, willingness to easily sort of just shrug it off to the side. No problem. No loss. No foul. And the reality is that, don't you think, and again, I'm sure Kyrie likes them too, but don't you think Kyrie's going to come in with the ass?
Yes.
I think he's going to come in the ass for you, Boston. I don't think he comes in with the ass for Tatum and Brown. But it's unfortunate because, and I don't know, maybe it doesn't exist in that league or in pro sports today. But wouldn't you like it so much more if what you felt from your best players was, that a-hole tried to bury me, and now I'm going to take him down? That's what you want your guy to feel. This guy got in the way. This guy got in the way of me and my career and us. And this guy wanted me, this guy got in the way.
He was making phone calls to LeBron at one point it was basically like, oh, how do I teach these kids? Yeah, I talked to Bron.
And now we're going to show you.
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm sorry. I know it's at a podium. It's a press conference. You can't glean everything from it, but I just don't feel that's how Tatum is wired. Brown might be, but I think Brown is so aligned with Kyrie on so many fronts, on the floor, off the floor, that I don't think he carries that grudge with him towards Kyrie Irving. I don't think it's there. It's just the opposite.
He had it at the beginning.
Well, right when Kyrie was here, Brown pushed back against it. But I think that they've grown, by the day, they've grown closer.
Definitely. It was there at the beginning, and then he sort of got snookered.
Yeah, they're ideological colleagues at this point, but there's more edge with Brown. That's unquestionable. This is like just another thing. Like, this is a Tatum thing for me overall, and I am ultimately with you, and like why I would say Anthony Edwards over him. Can you just get pissed about something? Something. Show me you get pissed about something. Winning, losing, this dick you used to play with. Something. Can you get pissed about something? It's just also monotone and
Murray's right. Like this is, again, if I were a Celtics fan, I'm not worried about the talent.
I have a lot of fond memories of Kai. Think of that.
Yeah.
Could you napalm a place or attempt to napalm a place worse than Kyrie Irving did here? And Tatum and Brown were just the guys that he was napalming. And to have those guys a couple years later say, well, a lot of fond memories of Kai. And well, you at one point said that whole thing was a bleep show. Well, we all made a lot of mistakes. Okay. So just know your passion for the thing out there is not matched by your players. Another example of it.
Definitely not.
That's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah, and look, again, and these. So I just think that when you get into these kinds of series, and look, we'll see how it shakes out. But when the ball goes up, there is going to be this. We both won it. Only one of us is going to get it. So how much of it comes from inside, and does Dallas have more of that than you do? Because I know Doncic has it.
Yeah, I don't know if Kyrie does, honestly. And I've said this before. Now on the other side of this coin, I don't know how Kyrie keeps his bleep together here with all the animosity he's going to face. It's gotten to him every time. I mean, you get to him. Boston gets to him. This story gets to him. It's always gotten to him.
But I think he'd be more willing to look at Tatum and Brown, even though they're boys, like as collateral damage. Well, I got to show them and go scorched earth on the city and the Celtics because I got to get my revenge. Those two are collateral damage. Will Tatum and Brown feel that way about Kyrie? No, that's the thing. I don't want to...
No, again, I'm with Murray on this part of it. And even if you say, well, Kyrie might not be able to do it either, I know Doncic will.
Oh, he wants to MF the world when he's playing him. Every fan, like, everyone, again, famous people, it's the best.
And again, Mike, I'm stacking teams now. I'm not talking specifically about Kyrie. But if they don't have animosity towards Kyrie, somebody's got to have some animosity somewhere.
Towards something.
Right. All right. And Kyrie is going to want to, stick it to Boston. He's going to want to stick it to Stevens, or he's going to want to stick it to the fans or the organization or somewhere. Maybe not Tatum and Brown, but he's going to want to stick it to somebody.
It's just a job. And
so
he was a good friend then. We might have had some difficulties. We had some growing up to do. It was a different time then.
Meanwhile, Kyrie spoke today. We're trying to get good sound. I think we have bad sound, so I haven't heard it. Let's just see.
Balls bouncing in the background.
Let's see how it goes.
No, it's some dude's phone that's pressed up against the speaker in the press conference.
So it's amazing. They put him at podiums with full. Is Knutson in charge of the thing here? Like, how do we not?
It's not recorded.
It's like the guy. They purposely put him at a podium with a microphone and cords coming out of it. So is someone press record somewhere? Can we just get the podium sound, the actual thing where he's speaking to? No, it's on some schmuck's phone from the back row. Yes, okay, apparently. Go ahead.
And we're waiting for Dallas to upload it to a file transfer server, and then Vinny can send it to us so that we can download all 20 minutes of it.
Okay.
So let's just hear it. Go ahead.
I think I'm better at consolidating kind of the emotions now, or being aware of what it's going to be like. We call it animosity, we call it hate, we call it, it's going to be hell in Boston. I mean, there are real live circumstances going on in the world that are bigger than the basketball.
Okay, stop. He's so insufferable.
Here we go.
So you martyr. You freaking martyr. There's things that are going on in the world. Yeah, we know. Okay, you play basketball. We follow basketball. So can we talk about the game? We understand what's going on in the Middle East and elsewhere. Got it. We're not saying this is more important, but this is what we're doing today. We're going to watch you play basketball. So can we talk about that?
It sounds like he's in an empty gym.
No,
but now
Kyrie from the cave.
Now the sound does. I don't know how it adds to it, but it does. But you martyr, So to deflect the heat, he's like, well, there's other things going on in the world. This guy, go ahead.
There are real life circumstances going on in the world that are bigger than the basketball kind of competitive side of things and answering those questions. But I will say, last time in Boston, I don't think that was the best, and not this regular season, but when we played in the playoffs and everyone saw me flip off the birds and kind of lose my a little bit. That wasn't a great reflection of who I am and how I like to compete on a high level. It wasn't a great reflection on my end towards the next generation on what it means to control your emotions in that type of environment, no matter what people are yelling at you. I'm built for these moments to be able to handle circumstances like that. And I've been able to grow since then. So, of course, it's going to be a hectic environment, but I'm looking forward to it. And I see it as a healthy relationship to have with the fans. I almost think about Gladiator, just win the crowd over. It's good to hear the TD Garden silent when you're playing well. They still respect great basketball. So, regardless of, the attention that's being paid to what it's going to be like on my end, I have a group to lead that's going to be looking to me for a voice of peace and to be able to control.
Stop! The voice of peace.
Oh,
did he throw a voice of peace at me?
He did, yeah.
The voice of peace.
I mean, that's how I think of him.
Being paid to what it's going to be like on my end. I have a group to lead that's going to be looking to me for a voice of peace. And
It's so insufferable.
Oh yeah, no. He
painful.
He does. He brings people together.
Coming in from the cave. With age comes wisdom, and now I'm an old sage in the NBA. Teammates can learn from me. Plus, World War III could be imminent. Putin could push the button at any moment. So, is it really that big of a deal, whether or not we win or lose? I have no animosity towards the people of Boston. Can you hear me inside the Kyrie cave? Hello. God, that sounds terrible.
I'm trying to just focus on what he said. But I know.
Oh,
listen,
but it is, it's just bloviating.
that's going to be looking to me for a voice of peace.
That is unbelievable.
Voice of peace. Most of the answer was okay. Where he was like, that wasn't the best reflection of me when I was flipping you all off.
There's still like 3 minutes left to go if you want.
Of course.
There's got to be a better way for me to. That all was okay. All right, so like the first part of it, there's other things going on in the world. We got it, you dink. But we're going to follow the finals here.
A voice of peace.
And now you have to be a voice of peace inside the cave? Boy, that's a cave with some bass to it as well.
Yeah. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.